All right. Let's see. Load up our base model. And it's all gold colored. I guess I updated to the new version of ZBrush just recently, and my materials are all messed up. Let's go fill this with flat color, and then I choose a material here. Good. Two minutes early. Wait, where is stream chat? Hey! Hey Mahao, how's it going? A way to pin this. Chat settings. No. Cannot. Let me go get my phone. Oh, I need the app. I'm 2 minutes early, but I have to get the app. Log in. All right, I have chat on my phone now. Go play that in. This is the sound of me trying to hold my phone up somewhere. I'll use my coffee mug. It's empty. Should be okay. Alright, that works. I'm just gonna set it next to me actually. A bit less precarious that way. Alright. So in this stream, I'm gonna make something for Exanima. I figured I'd make one of those mutated creatures that you find in the sewers. So let's get to it. How should we go about doing this? So we have the base mesh here. I guess we should... Trying to think of a cool idea for this creature. Should I use these spheres? Yeah, sure. We're gonna use these spheres as a base for this monster. I do have to be careful about, like, how I talk about these mutants. We're just gonna call them mutants right now because their actual name might be a spoiler. So the basic idea here is I'm going to use these spheres to create an armature for this monster. And the thing about creating monsters for Exanima is there are some technical limitations that I have to work with because everything is physics based. So that means I am a bit limited in my designs, but I kind of like that actually. It gives me a good starting point. Because sometimes if you don't have any limitations, you're kind of like looking at a blank canvas and like the possibilities are a bit overwhelming if you're just left to your own devices. So by having to use like a kind of like a rough humanoid shape, it helps me with making ideas for the overall appearance of this creature. I don't know if we can have like backwards knees. I might have to ask Madoc about that because... Oh wait, we can. Fails have backwards knees. Yeah, let's go do that. Should we? I don't know. What I do know is I want to have like a very scary head. Very scary head. But first let's get like all of the pieces in. We can hide the base mesh now. And then... No. Those. Part needs to be a bit bigger. It's gonna make it kind of rotund. So usually like a wider base on the near the hips is good for physics. I should think so. I think a wider base is good for physics. My phone went to sleep. Maha says, is it a new creature type or a ghoul variant? This will probably be a new creature type. I think 2 ghoul variants is good enough. Well, for now. There's already like 2 ghouls in the game. There's like the normal ghoul, and then there's like the alpha ghouls. Let's try to make like some sort of distorted, something that you don't want to see in a dark hallway. So what I'm trying to establish here is like the center of mass. Trying to establish the center of mass is pretty important to creating a believable feature. Make these legs a bit thicker. So one of the limitations is you kind of need to have thicker joints so that the physics have something to support themselves on. Even though this is like backwards knee, I forgot what the actual term is for these legs, but they'll probably just rotate like that, so it'll be like a normal. It's like how shoot, is that the just like how humanoids normally rotate. Okay, so that's the face, right? I should put that here, then it'd be easier to amateurs. Oh well. You know what Exanima needs? It needs like some really strong looking. I guess there is Sir, but it's like more of like an ogre-like monster. That could be cool. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over by leaving the sphere there. Let's go start over. I really don't like not having the sphere as the root. Should we trace forward again? Okay. So now this is going to be the root. Those are the legs. This is going to be the torso. Up here. Arm. Robot PP. Hey, Smiles. Or is it Zulix? Which one is it? Smoils or Zulix? She'll never know. Shoot, I had this idea in my head, but kind of... Gotta do a lot of thinking here. So this is gonna be head. This is gonna be... I'm thinking like something like a crocodile would look pretty scary. Did I move this again? No, I want to move the whole thing. Like some sort of crocodilian mouth. Or like a T-Rex or something. T-Rex head would look pretty scary. Ah! I want to select this one. Okay. So this will be the lower jaw. This will be the upper jaw. That out of the way. By the way, if you guys have any suggestions for like a monster that you guys want to see in Exanima, besides robot PP, like feel free to see what you want to see in Exanima, because I'm always open to ideas. So I want like the shoulders to be almost like the head will be sprouting out of the chest. That's kind of how low I want the head to be in relation to the rest of the body. And yeah, here we go. Give that hunchback look. And then I kind of want it to have like very spindly arms. Kind of like a T-Rex. It would be cool if it were blind. Actually, like one of the monsters, you know, the one with the big jaw, the gobbler. that's what we call it in dev chat. We call it the gobbler. But yeah, that monster doesn't have any eyes, so I could add the same detail to this one. How big is the butt going to be on this one? I don't know. That's a good question. It probably needs to be decently thick. Instead of claws, hammer hands. Yeah, that could be cool. Hammer hands, huh? Hopefully this isn't too exaggerated for if like Madoc nightmares over animating this thing. I gotta be careful about like what I suggest to Madoc because, like, you know, he does all the writing for the coffee diaries these days. So that's like one thing I introduced to Exanima, the coffee diaries. So now he does them. And then, you know, like this spirit form for thaumaturgy, I kind of introduced that too. So I'm like creating all this work for Madoc and feel kind of bad about it. Ideally, this would be less work. Ah, rusty swords instead of teeth. That's pretty cool. Give this guy some fingers. I need to like adjust the torso a bit first. So this part is going to be quite chunky right up here. This is good, and then I have to this part a bit bigger. It doesn't look like much now, guys, but it's gonna look a lot cooler later. Just like trying to get a feel for how this thing is going to move. I want it to be like very tall and spindly, but also oddly shaped. And something that could actually like feasibly work. I'm a big proponent of realistic designs. So these legs could kind of be like maybe like tree trunks or something like that. They're gonna be very stocky. What? Thicker. it'll be stocky, but long and wait, stocky means short, doesn't it? It doesn't really mean thick. Yeah, I just want them to be like long and kind of featureless. Well, not really featureless, but I don't know how to describe it. Just like something they don't see very often. Kind of gives you like Slenderman vibes with an alligator head. Yeah, it would be cool if you extend like the mouth all the way down into the chest area here. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah. I need to get some features in here. I think the shoulders need to be a bit bigger. Do the air quotes when you say realistic. Monsters usually have a comically small arms and legs. Let's have it waddle around. A tail, yeah. I can add like a small tail. Actually, I think tails actually work now, yeah. There are tails in games, so in the game now, so wait. But do I want to add a tail? Like what if it might be creepier if I didn't add a tail. Maybe it's like a short stub or something, but I sort of want this to be kind of human-like in appearance. So maybe I'll skip out on the tail for now. It's going to be I want to capture the I want to give it this uncanny valley feel. It's going to have like this uncanny valley feel where it kind of feels human, but it's really not like the closer you look at it. I'm a big fan of like researching phobias too. So a lot of the designs for the mutants in Exanima are kind of based on phobias. So you'll know like all those like egg things in those honeycomb like details. So that's like trypophobia, right? So there's like a whale sculpt in there somewhere, and that would be like thalassophobia or something like that. Maybe the lower torso should be thicker. Medieval times, like I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see. Just like really roughing it out here now. It could entirely change. Also, I shouldn't spend too much time in Z-spheres because I don't know. You tend to spend a lot of time just trying to get the Z-spheres to be perfect, make them look kind of perfect, and then you kind of neglect. Well, you don't really neglect. You just spend a lot of time in this mode. Let's see, I want to do something weird with the hips. And the legs have to be upward a bit. Yeah, I don't know. No, that doesn't look really good. Right, it's have to be bigger. I think I might be spending too much time in Z sphere mode. I'll get the hands done and then I'll move on. Because the hands are kind of like the main detail you want to do in Z spheres. Actually, you know, I don't even have to do the hands in Z spheres. I can just I have tools for that. I can just do that in adaptive. Let's go turn this into an actual mesh that I can sculpt with. Oops. Make adaptive skin. Append that here. These spheres anymore. Now I can start sculpting. So, oh shit, I did the Dynamesh version. I'm kind of used to the older versions of ZBrush where it doesn't. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, see, it does like Dynamesh now, where there's like a ton of little squares in here. I don't want that. I want to turn off Dynamesh. All right, there we go. Let's go do. Yeah, that's fine. I guess density too. All right, let's go polish this. Oops, wrong one. Let's polish that. And then, all right, so first things first is to establish the eyes. We really need to like, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. It's corny, but it makes a lot of sense. Let's go use Damien Standard. Use my pen. Let's go. Yeah, okay. I have my clay brush. Oops. Z-sub on this. And my clay brush. Let's go fill this in with some clay. Let's go change the material to something a bit more slimy. So we have toy plastic instead of sketch toy plastic. Soft plastic, UV levels. No, we only have sketch toy plastic. That's weird. I thought we had. Oh, here it is. All right, toy plastic. And then let's go choose something a bit darker. See what's going on. All right. So this is just like really free form work right now. I'm just trying to rough out a silhouette that looks decent, and then I'll go in and then start giving it some better defined details. Looks like a dolphin. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. My phone doesn't turn on. Well, it is on, but it just keeps turning off. Is there a way to like make it so it doesn't turn off? I'm trying to. Is that how you do it? Is that moon symbol? Let's go see how that works. Give it a fork and knife so it can eat you and Darren. Like a taper, putting the knees up and forward. I'll get to the lower torso after I do the head. So the head is really quite important for getting the general idea of what I'm trying to sculpt. Sort of hammerhead eyes at some point. Yeah, I can do something really cool with the eyes. I don't know if it's gonna have eyes though. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sort of experiment. The design, the 3D software, concept art. I actually don't really do concept art. I mean, I can, but I take forever. I'm a really slow 2D artist. What the? Oh, okay, whatever. So I just do all of my concepting in ZBrush. I used to want to be a concept artist though. Like when I was still in grade school, I just draw all the time. I just ignore schoolwork and then just keep drawing. Just like piss off all my teachers. I was a really bad student. The stomach, and then kind of want to have it like a narrow torso here. Get these muscles in. I'm just gonna say these muscles. Forgot what the terminology is for them. More of an armor guy than an anatomy guy, but it is very helpful to study anatomy as much as you can. Let's use the move tool. Just step around a bit. Maybe some sort of hoodie. I like to change up the material now and then. It really helps to get a sense of things. But my phone fell asleep again. Do you guys know how to keep an iPhone from falling asleep? Let's see. Setting. Light and brightness. Auto lock. Never. Alright. Good. Now I can actually see comments. That's what it was. It kept auto locking. Man has triumphed again. Yes, indeed. This looks really derpy at the moment. Let's go Dynamesh it. Maybe 512? No. More freeze. Yeah, that's way too high. Let's go do. Yeah, that's should be okay for now. 128. What's the size on this? Oh, okay, no, it's already scaled to the human mesh. I had this idea for like some kind of almost skeletal looking T-Rex or crocodilian head that I thought would be pretty scary. And yeah, I'm gonna try to recreate what I imagined just a few minutes ago, like an hour ago or something like that. Yeah, hopefully it's scary. I know like Exanima isn't really a horror game, per se, but it does have like a pretty scary dungeon. Perhaps it can crawl on all fours. First time sewers was horrifying. Yeah. You know, I actually haven't gone to the sewers yet. Don't tell Madoc, but I haven't gone to the sewers yet. I haven't actually explored the latest level yet. I'm terrible. I'm like one of those devs that don't play their own game. I'm actually ashamed of myself. I've become my own worst enemy, the dev that doesn't play their own game. You can call Exanima a horror atmosphere. Yeah, definitely has that horrifying atmosphere. So this is gonna be like a ridge on here. I want to give it like a gullet. I think these are called gullets, right? It's not gizzard. Gizzard is the organ that lizards have in their stomach. This is going to be a gullet. It's kind of like a pouch of skin. You'll see it on a lot of reptiles. There's like a patch of skin here. I think birds have it too. You should stream Exanima next time instead of the multiplayer games. Yeah, I don't really have too much time to play games these days, except, well, I do play Morrowind, but I don't really play Destiny 2 anymore because of all the cheating. It's disappointing because it used to be my favorite PvP game. Like it, no other game has as fun gunplay. And if they do fix the cheating, I might take a look at Destiny 2 again, but for now I'm kind of burnt out on the game. We need more monster sound effects when they patrol around. Yeah. There's gonna be special attacks too. I think Madoc talked about monsters having special attacks. I can't say what the special attacks are gonna be, but yeah. It's on the radar. Why is my ZBrush lagging? It's probably because I have OBS open. And also because I have my fan setting to low, so it doesn't sound like a waterfall every time I talk. Because I know that was an issue in previous streams. It just turned out that my fan was on really high. You're kind of tired of the monster cheese strat to just run over you till you fall over him, yeah. Special attacks will really help in that regard. But you know, like, that is kind of like a legit strategy for the ghouls at least. Like, I do see, like, ghouls zerging you to be a pretty legit strategy. Because they don't have a lot of health. Their only strength is to just bum rush you in numbers. But I can see how that gets frustrating after a while, for sure. It would be cool to have, yeah, it would be really cool to have like better, I wouldn't say like better, but more intricately designed monsters in terms of gameplay. These arms are a bit, you can do something with the arms. Darren's special attack. Darren already has a special attack. It's called Smoldering Gaze. He just looks at you and just, that's like their romance story. Monsters grabbing the player would be pretty fun. Sir kind of does that, but yeah, it isn't really grabbing. It's just like knocking you to the ground. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm sure you guys know about like the tentacles, right? There's gonna be tentacles that grab you. So you guys gotta watch out for that. It's gonna be it'll be like a hentai. Sewers are gonna be like a graphic hentai novel. Yeah, Madoc shared some screenies of the tentacles. I really need to give hands to this guy. Insert, where's my insert brush? Oh shit, I forgot to import my monsters brush. That's fine, I can use like hands. And I'm just gonna slap on some arms here. And that hidden. Cut off the ends. And we'll just leave that in here. Because I'm kind of lazy, I don't really care about sculpting like a base mesh for hands every single time I want to have hands. Alright, let's go. Close holes. Gotta make sure that the bone structure lines up though. Okay. And then we'll go append that. Merge. Hey Madari! How's it going? One second guys, I gotta go check on something. Right, I'm back. So these long arms. Actually, I want the hands to be kind of small. Let's go make the smaller. I want them to like look vaguely human. Let's get rid of the legs for now, because they're a bit distracting. I just want to focus on the upper torso for now. Let's go group the whole thing, because I don't need all those polygroups. Dynamesh it. And polish. Now everything's connected together. I'm gonna make the head a bit more detailed. I keep working on the head portion. What this thing needs is teeth. And shoot, I really need like my monster teeth. It's fine. I can just add some teeth, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna import some brushes. The brush. Okay. Teeth. And feet. Maybe I don't need the feet. I just need the hands. No, I don't need the hands. I just need the teeth. Alright, let's go load that up. Give him some human teeth. That would be pretty freaky. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Let's go use. I really like these teeth by Trevor Randa. I don't know. Something about them is just really good. I just borrow. I just borrow the teeth from this guy. Whoops! Ah, there goes my phone. Okay. That. And the groups. I like to do is just hide all that, because I don't want to like 100% copy what other artists have made. That's just weird. So just gonna do that. So now you just have some nicely sculpted teeth, and I don't have to like actually go in and sculpt teeth, because that just take a really long time. Let's go get rid of the big teeth. I don't want like massive fangs. I just want these nice protrusions. So we kind of need to. Let's go sculpt the mouth open. Well, at least open a bit more. And I also want like this whole thing to be a bit longer. Are these models from ZBrush? The teeth and these things are from Bad King. It's like a free ZBrush resource website that you can go and download things from. It's where like a lot of artists just contribute their free resources. It's really helpful. I'll go type in chat. You just like go to that website and, or just like Google search, you'll find it. I want to make something unique, something that gamers haven't seen before. Like I've played a lot of games in my lifetime, like a ton. I have thousands of hours in a lot of games. So I've seen like kind of the overall landscape of creature designs, and I don't want to make like the same thing because like as a gamer, I don't want to see like something that I've seen 1,000 times over. Like, you know, like that. Maybe I should use Damien Standard for etching out some of these details. I just turn on solo mode to hide the teeth, so I can sculpt into the mouth. These arms, I feel, are kind of in the wrong position. Let's go move these arms somewhere else. Oops. Let's go split hand in. Just go hide these teeth in the subtool menu. Then we'll move these arms around. So oops. Messed things up a bit. Got to get thumb, and then I can also clean up a bit more too. Let's get rid of that small dot there. Yeah, that looks good. Let's go delete this one. It looks like he's going to be a pain to attack from the front. Yeah, maybe. Put that. Those holes, let's go on this one too. Polish, so. Okay. Where should the arms be? Like somewhere right here would look nice. Yeah, right there. And then I want them to be a bit longer. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. Let's go bulk out the torso a bit more, so there's a place for the arms to go. So another reason why I don't really do concepts is that stuff changes so fluidly in ZBrush. So if I make a concept bit, I feel like I might be kind of limiting myself in terms of design, because you go with the concept, then you kind of have to sort of stick with the concept, and then like if you discover something cool, you feel less inclined to explore that possibility. It's because, well, you have a concept, so you don't really have to do too much more thinking, as you already have the idea in front of you. But if you don't really have too much of an idea, you'd be surprised at what you can create. Some sort of like webbing here would be really cool. Like some sort of like back webbing. I don't know. Like put some spines in here maybe. And then yeah. These will be like the nodules where the spines go in. So there's gonna be a spine, kind of like a fish spine, running down the back. And this would be like I gotta make sure that the anatomy sort of makes sense too. So I gotta put in the pecs. Pecs would go here. And then, I forget what these are called again, but they're quite important to have. And the ribs. Whatever that is. The front of the creature kind of looks like a mix between greyhound and frog. Yeah, I kind of. Hold on, I got a message. I'll go read this. Alright. Stomach. By the way, does it say I'm streaming on... No, it doesn't. It doesn't say I'm streaming in Discord. Let me see if I can change that. Okay, there we go. Now it says I'm streaming. Has anyone played the new, shoot, what is it called? Baldur's Gate 3. Looks really cool. I have to go try it out someday. I've just been so busy recently that I haven't had too much time, but I've seen some really cool images of like, especially the hair. We passed around like images of Baldur's Gate 3 hair in dev chat. It's really cool looking hair. And which is why it kind of inspired the coffee diary of today. Madoc's been putting a lot of effort into making hair look good. Especially with the new GI systems. It's gonna look amazing. Let's go turn off the ground. It's just a green square that we don't need. And then I'm gonna put like the hip bones here. This is a very important detail. Just like put 2 dots here to indicate. Shit, I forgot. There's like so much terminology for human anatomy, but this is part of the bone structure of the hip, so you want to put that in. It's a key point of art. Let's go give it. Does it need a belly button? Yeah, sure. We'll give it a small belly button, even though these things don't really need belly buttons. Don't want to spoil too much here, but they aren't really birthed the same way humans are, or mammals. I don't think. And then there's always there's usually like a bit of fat around this area. Like especially if you aren't like super athletic, you always have like a little bit of fat here. That in. I should probably add in the legs pretty soon. Glutes. Let's go sculpt in the nice mutant butt. Bubblegum butt. Alright. It's looking nice. Not thick enough. Thicker. We'll see. Okay, we'll see how big. We'll see how thick the butt gets. We have to figure out how the. We need to have even mass distribution. If it has a thick butt, it has to have like a thick everything else. Unless you're like some Instagram porn star or whatever. Let's go group these and then merge this. Should I merge it now? I don't know. I should probably put it into T-pose. Exanima T-pose is sort of like an A pose instead of a T-pose. T-pose would be this. Exanima poses are A pose. But actually, let's go see what the base model is. Okay, so this is kind of a big creature. I have to scale it down. But yeah, that looks like the right angle. Let's use that. Maybe move them out a bit. Go. And then we'll merge this down. I'll scale everything down back to something more manageable. I want this creature to be a bit taller than the average human. So maybe like 1.5 heads taller or something. I want it to be kind of tall, maybe like about as tall as the golems. So yeah, that looks about right. We'll go hide the model again. Let's go move forward. I don't know if he's on base point. Alright, time for legs. I think I have like some legs in here somewhere. Now I can just sculpt them out, but whatever. What, like toon legs? I don't know. Use like toon legs. Long legs? What are these? What? Alright, this works for a base mesh. Whatever the heck this is, this works, I guess. Actually, no, it doesn't work. We have to get rid of the butt. He's very heavy butt. I'll just like move these two sticks in. Whatever works in ZBrush. It doesn't matter what your base mesh is. At the end of the day, as long as you have like geometry there, you can sculpt it into whatever you want. Alright, let's just go get this in place. So the legs have to be a big portion. I think the head needs to be a bit smaller too. Where's the... Okay, so it's gonna be like that. Have to make it a bit smaller, move it up. It's like giving it a nice hug from the back. He has hyper legs. Easy to cut off and... Oh, bit of a lag bump there. He is a bit kind of like hyper, isn't he? Let's go separate these legs out because I want to dynamesh them first. Do a bit of work with them. Let's go use the move brush and just like move these into kind of like the right shape. Yeah, these are kind of placeholder like fingers. I'm gonna add these really nasty talons to the end. They're gonna be like fish hooks. It's gonna really suck getting hit by this thing. I feel like the body proportions are a bit off. Let's move this down a bit. It doesn't really have a torso. It just has like an abdomen. Got a beer belly. That he does. Alright, this like it's a bit too... needs more curves. This thing needs more curves. It's too rigid. Push this. Just using the move brush and just pushing and pulling stuff until it looks right. Also like a serpentine body. There's a little beer belly right here. He needs a rib cage. That's what he's missing. He doesn't have a rib cage. That's what looks weird. So the rib cage, right there. Now he has kind of like ribs. X. give him the proper anatomical structure. Looks believable. Do we have any feet? Yeah, we don't need feet. We're gonna do like these stocky looking things here. I'm going for like an elephantitis look. Whatever that condition is like for the legs. Maybe something... We'll have to see. Alright, I'm gonna ignore this part for now. I'm just gonna focus on the head and the shoulders. I can get a better idea of where we're headed. The teeth will have to go in here somewhere. Let's go start making the gums. Actually, let's go make the gums as a separate mesh. Yeah, let's go do that. And these will be the gums. Oops. Actually, wait, I have a better way of doing this. Let's extrude this. Where is E? Extrude. Oops. Now we want all polygroups. Oh, that works too. You can do all polygons actually. Okay, there's the gums. Catfish-like feelers, huh? Could be a thing. This is not centered. Now it is. Let's see, remesh this. Let's go keep it at maybe double. Not, not as high poly. So that's the upper gums. Then we'll just duplicate that, move that down, and we have the lower gums. And what we'll do is we'll just merge this with the gums. And then just use topological so I don't have to keep switching back and forth between different subtools. Just like move everything to position. Probably open the mouth a bit more too. I'm gonna move the portion first. This snout should probably be facing forward, or maybe like a little bit down, but not this steep. Whoops. Let's go increase the mask. Oops. Didn't like that. Okay. Long tongue? Yep. I'm gonna put a tongue in there. It's gonna have a tongue. Whoops. Wrong brush. I'll merge it with the legs. Alright, let's go use clay tubes and just get a bunch of detail in here. Like, just really go all over this entire mesh with some detail. Because I'm tired of looking at placeholder stuff. Really get going with the core ideas of what I want to add. And then we can just do some more proportioning later, because I know this is kind of really wonky in proportions. Let's go inflate legs. Like the elbow's kind of knobbly. Back to the move brush. Hey, welcome to the stream. Just gonna doing some. This is actually for Exanima if Madoc wants to add this to the game. So you can stream some Exanima art. I've just been doing like armor. I've been doing a lot of armor sets recently. That's nice to do some organic sculpting. Sexy arena sets. Actually, kind of have like an announcement to make. I kind of make like models for grinding gear games too. So I have been making stuff for Path of Exile alongside Exanima. Yeah, I wasn't sure how the community would react to that kind of news. I was worried you'd be like, oh my god, backstabbing. But no, like, yeah, we talked about it with the team and stuff like that, and I guess like grinding gear games and also bare metal is cool with me working for both companies. Is Madoc not working me to the death already? Well, actually, like, so like the armor system, you know, like the layered armor system, it needs like, needs some work before I make more armors. So, yeah, I'm making armors for Path of Exile, and then I pop in for the dev meetings for Exanima. Yeah, it's not a joke. Yeah. Pretty lucky to be working for both companies. I've been learning a lot at Grinding Gear Games, working for them remotely. And I can pass on those art skills and make good stuff for Madoc. And I can also, I feel like I have a lot to offer for Grinding Gear Games too, especially Path of Exile. I can teach them how to make good, like, historic armors, and like kind of teach them how medieval armor is put together and worn. Well, my stuff isn't in Path of Exile yet, but Ice League is pretty fun. It's really need work here. Put the bumps there. And kind of want to have like a curve here. Flow. Everything needs to be very zen, very flowy. Yeah, I've been trying to learn how to make high fantasy armors too. It's good practice for me because I've been doing a lot of low fantasy stuff. So it's a good skill set to have to be able to make high fantasy and low fantasy armors. What I'm trying to do is make like high fantasy armors that make sense. Like if you were to wear them in real life, or if you were to like wear them with like superhuman strength or something like that, it would work. You won't get like chafing everywhere or get impaled by your own armor spikes, that sort of thing. And these would be here, and that's right. I think I need a dynamesh egg in the. Whoa. Let's see. Pressing C turns off the color. Well, it takes the color of whatever you press. Whatever you mouse over, so I can have like blue on my button. It's pretty cool. Give it like a more of a red color. I usually use like this pink putty color for whenever I'm sculpting the mutants for the sewers. I always use this color. It's just, I don't know, it just feels really natural to use like this slimy pink color when I'm working on them. Just remember, Seth, make the pauldrons huge. That's all you need. Okay, so the very next update, I think, will just be the global illumination or the GI system, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be like a small update from between now and the arena update. So I don't think there's going to be story content in a while, although I would still like replay story mode because of the new GI update. It's gonna make everything look amazing, like even better than it is now. So it's not really story content, but it affects story content. The one coming right up. Yeah, no problem. Procedural weapons and armor going to appear in story. I think the procedural weapons and armor, it's going to be kind of like a slow trickle of armors. Like I wouldn't expect it too soon. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to wait for like the arena update for that, and it's only going to be for like a few weapons at first, I think. It's not gonna be all of them all at once, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, we'll try it. I'll try to get as many procedural weapons to you guys. there's still going to be some of the original weapons. I think like some of the unique weapons will still be in there. I think most of, yeah, like most of the unique weapons, and then also maybe some like the community fan favorites or something. I don't know. I don't think like the farm tools will be procedural, although I could be wrong about that one. Like the rake and like the shovels and stuff, so you can still use those as weapons. Just gonna give it a bit more structure here. This new Darren looks great. This is Darren's ultimate form. It's about time that I added the teeth in. The teeth are uh, they're good for adding character. That's what we kind of need here. So I'm just gonna do them one by one. I know it's slow to do them one by one, and especially since I already have them like pre-made and stuff. But I do need to. I think it's worth the effort to just do the teeth one by one. I'm just gonna move them into place here, and I can like move them around even further from that. Okay, let's go mask that so I can actually see where all the teeth are located. And they're not going to be like this thick or chunky. Make them thicker. Yeah, yeah. This is mostly like an armature. It's going to be pretty thin at first, and I'm just going to keep sculpting muscle over it over and over and over again until it resembles something. Are bite attacks going to be something I would look forward to? Probably. Like, if this guy were to have a special attack, it'd probably be a bite attack. But who knows? It could be like a spit like bugs at you or something. I don't know. This one can be a bit smaller. I want the teeth at this curve to be a bit smaller so it wraps around better. And this one here. Oops. Yeah, move this one out. That. I know it looks really weird right now, but just gotta keep at it until it doesn't look weird anymore. I'm mostly focusing on the structure. The structure is really the most important part of this lockout phase. I don't know if it, don't want that big tooth there. Oh, multiple layers. I didn't think about that actually. Oh, but you know, like, multiple layers, they would work, but they wouldn't really play too well with, I think it would look like maybe you need too many polygons for like multiple layers of teeth. It's not like a technical limitation, but more of like a visual thing. I mean, I guess it could work, but it'd have to be like on a very big creature, like the size of one of the walls in Exanima. So I'm gonna go with like alligator teeth, like crocodile teeth. It's like on a whole nother level. Let's also make these teeth white colored. Actually, I think these teeth actually come with their own color, don't they? Yeah, they do. Alright, cool. Let's use that. Very handy. I don't have to like poly paint them or anything. And then we need like the smaller inner dentures here, front teeth. I kind of want the teeth to curl forward like that. I think that would give it a really unique look that you don't really see often in video games. It's like that, so it like curls up in a snarl or like a sneer. And then of course we have to make the snout bigger. No, don't donate to me. This is actually like work. Yeah, that'd be like me profiteering off of Exanima's fame. I don't want to do that. If you wanna donate, just like buy a copy of Exanima or something. Good on you. Oops. All right. Okay, last tooth. And then I can like duplicate these teeth because they're already in the right position and rotation. I can just I can just duplicate them and then move them around for additional teeth if I want. Oh, what's this? That? Yeah, that's price. That tooth is floating out there. I move this one back a bit. I kind of like that one there, though. I don't know. Make this one thinner. And then I have to move this one in. Then, of course, I have to make everything less chunky. These are very chunky teeth. I want them to be a bit more thin. Oops. Lag spike. Alright. And just gonna like preview with like duplicates. Cool, cool. Let's go use move topological and just move them into shape a bit more. They're not going to be perfectly asymmetrical once I'm done, but the other side, the other half of the teeth help me align things visually. I kind of want them to be pointing outward too. So yes, I have. Wait, no, I haven't. I haven't modeled all the monsters in Exanima. So Sir and Fail are two monsters that I haven't modeled. Is there any more? I think that's the only two, right? Sir and Fail that I haven't modeled. I think. I mean, I guess you can count skeletons and monsters too, so I didn't model any of the skeletons. Yeah, I think it's only Sir and Fail. Yeah, I didn't do the ogre either. Who did the Fail? It's an artist on... Shoot, I don't know his name, but I saw his work before on Turbo Squid. Yeah, he does some pretty cool stuff. There's this like centipede creature that I thought looked really cool. Well, not centipede, it's like a scorpion-looking creature. It had like its limbs all hanging backwards. Very cool stuff. Move this one out a bit more. Am I still going for the humanoid look? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Thing is, like, stuff changes so much along the way. It's hard to really tell how this sculpt is going to end up, but we'll find a way to make something that looks good. Oops. Move brush. Like, even I don't know what this thing's going to look like in the end. Kind of want to give it some definition here. Instead of just like one giant head, it has to have like some definition here to like indicate this muscle here, whatever that is. There's like multiple neck muscles and back muscles that all interweave together, and I want that to form kind of like the hunchback here. So I don't want it to be just like one big blob up here. I do want to have like some form and definition. And this back area is kind of bothering me. I don't know what. Yeah, we gotta like do something about this area. Ooh, I like that look. Give it like the like the chest is protruding out this way. It gives it like that serpentine, spindly look. Yes, this will be. Well, if Madoc chooses it to be an Exanima, it can be an Exanima. I'm trying to make something worthy of Exanima. I just saw in Discord chat. Nice one, Sarbo. The devil is in the details. Devil is certainly in the details. Like you can make something that looks like a kid's drawing. Go to like something that you see in like a feature film, just with some details. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, let's go protrude out the shoulders a bit, and then like add spikes to them or something. Let's go back to they build up. Should make a monster has ribs all the way down to the hip. They did that in Dark Souls, didn't they? Very cool monster design. I could do something like that here. Maybe give it some more ribs or something. Pretty sure there's like a dragon, corrupted dragon in Dark Souls 1 or 2 that had that very idea. I want to use something that is less pink now. Let's go use something that's like a bit more serious and less fluorescent. The elbows need to move down. Down. Up there. Reverse knee joints? Yeah, maybe. Oh, don't worry, Astro Gopa. It's actually a pretty original idea. Like you don't really see it in video games that much. It is pretty cool. Might actually do something like that here, but We'll see. Maybe if we make like the mouth extend all the way down. The problem is like the gobbler already has that idea, so I don't really want to do the same thing here, because then you're just gonna have like a bunch of monsters with the same kind of gobbler mouth. I want to keep the creatures pretty unique and distinct from each other. Like in like 10 or 20 years, I want these creatures to be recognizable as Exanima monsters. That's kind of like the goal here. So I know we're kind of getting into like the swing of things and really starting to get into the part where the sculpt is starting to get a bit interesting. But I bought this massive fish head yesterday, and it's been baking in the. It's been sitting in the oven for a while. I have to go take it out, so then I can like prepare it for food later. um, so maybe in a few minutes, I gotta go and prepare a fish head. On the topic of wait, the last one is a large tall enemy or a smaller fast one? It's going to be a large tall enemy, I think. On the topic of creatures, will SG include wildlife and farm animals? I think so. Like it has to, right? It is like kind of based on medieval Europe, so yeah. I'm I'm pretty sure like farm animals and like normal like squirrels, birds, and bees will be in the game. Hey, Alpha Matt, welcome to the stream. I was just about to go and pull a fish head out of the oven. But yeah, I'll be back in like 10-20 minutes and then keep working on the sculpt because this is actually really fun. I have a lot of fun working on this thing. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Let's go add something here. Do like a plain 3D and then let's go like what color should we use? Let's go fill this with like black. No, that's fine. Fill that and then uh, oops. B R B and all right, be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm just gonna get a coffee. Flipping tables. I got that. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. And I'm back. We're good. Hey guys, hey guys. You joined. Solinarius. Alpha Matt. Rogat. Alright. Let's go get rid of this sign. We don't need it anymore. Do you like my description of the monster up here? Anamorphic gator. Pretty apt description. Trying to give it this appearance where you don't really know where its eyes are. If it even... It doesn't really have eyes, but if it did have eyes, you wouldn't know where they are. Let's go inflate the gums a bit. They cover all of the teeth. And we'll also add in more teeth. We'll just duplicate this layer. Speaking of which, I should probably do that now while I'm still working on the gums. So we'll just duplicate that. And with the mood brush, on high intensity, well, large size and move topological. Now we have a lot more teeth. First we have to make them like all kinds of different sizes and shapes. Whoa! Yeah, I'll do that. Bag spike. Man, I can't imagine my life without ZBrush. It's like the best program ever. Not sponsored, but it really is. This is like some alien tech here. Alien level tech. Okay, so the moves it a bit. Let's go move these teeth as well. Just following the gum line here. But kind of getting close with the other teeth. Top layer. Oh, I forgot about chat. Phone. Okay. No one said anything in chat. Or did they? Oh, there is. Okay, there. I don't want to hear myself. Okay. Teeth are a bit too large. Yeah, I know. Have you seen BM's? Oh, that's fine. Question: why is Coffee Diary still posted on the forums? Might be easier, more accessible. Yeah, I don't know. It has been talked about before. Like, I guess, yeah, it just isn't really super high on our priority list, I guess. It's one of those things we can do, but we just don't. I mean, like, it is everywhere. Like, it's on the official forums, it's on Steam. But yeah, it's just, honest answer is because we just don't. The beast. Because Discord is an official channel. I'll go change up the teeth scale pretty soon. I should probably do that before filling in the gums, just so I don't have to do extra work by repeating gum work. I want something here is missing. Like some sort of detail that I haven't added here yet. I just don't know what it is. I just like move this forward. That looks a bit too. Maybe move this down. I think the back needs to be a bit bigger. When I say a bit, I mean a lot bigger. Topological. There we go. This snout thing should be more narrow, kind of like a sawtooth. Sawtooth, I guess. Like those sharks with teeth on their nose. Too bad there's no raptor teeth model. I mean, I can do that. I just need to use the move brush a bit more. I should probably like make my own teeth face meshes. I don't know. I mostly do armor though, so could be worth doing down the road though. Sure. I have to finish up some buckles. I've been working on these buckles. Oh wait, didn't I want like a gizzard? Let's go put that back in. Or do I? I don't know. I feel like maybe the let's go adjust some proportions. I think it's about time we did some proportion work. Smooth out the selection a bit, and I think this head should be smaller. It's really cool, but it should be a bit smaller. Even a little bit more smaller. Okay. Workflow is insane. I don't know if I actually even have a workflow. It's just whatever comes and whatever goes. I just like when you like work with ZBrush day in and day out, you just tend to understand how all the tools work. So I just do whatever I feel like doing at the time, whatever needs doing. I make the biceps. I think these are the biceps, right? Biceps a bit bigger. A little bit. We want to keep that skinny look. And then these legs, they have to go backwards. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, we'll never know. Will they go backwards? Will they stay the same? Maybe we'll just make the legs bigger. You have to move the arms down. I think I might need a Dynamesh again. Yeah, I'll have to Dynamesh. Let's go spout the gums first. I don't want the gums to be part of the Dynamesh. Here's. Oops. Oh, okay, let's go do 512. Usually 512 is good. It is a bit high. Let's go use 256. I know you can use like in between numbers. Now let's go use 512. I like using like I'm pretending I'm using like Photoshop or something. I actually learned ZBrush before I learned polymodeling tool. Can I see me where? No, they can't see you. You want to say hi? She doesn't want to say hi. Making like a monster. Ow! What you hit me for? I accidentally rolled over my girlfriend's toe. Little rolling chair. And back. My girlfriend tried to attack me, so I rolled her over with my office chair. Maya is like still all the rage, isn't it? Like it's what all the big studios use. Okay, so let's like this detail. Pretty cool. Like a neck detail right there. Then rib cages here. I'm just sort of like defining lines where the muscles should go. Very loosely. I've been trying to learn Blender actually. I tried it back in 2012 and it's come a really long way. I was impressed. I have to figure out like where the transform. Usually there's like a list of transformations. Like it tells you exactly in precise units how far you've moved an object or something like that. I want to see where and if Blender has that because I do need that. Like it would be nice to tell like how far I move something in meters or millimeters, centimeters thing. I'm sure it has it. It's gotta. She's not here anymore. Thank God. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, we've been a bit stressed with like with my visa situation and COVID recently. I've been like in Malaysia for almost a year now, and I'm like American, so yeah. I have like a special pass to be here, but like they've kind of closed down the interstate, so I can't get special pass renewal. I mean, I have it, but I just don't have the paper with me. So I have to go out of state to go get a special pass. But then I need to go to the police station to go get a special pass so I can go get the special pass. It's a bit frustrating. I'm just hoping like the authorities will understand that it's been a pretty bizarre time for everyone. Yes, we are like passes. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, just putting in some muscle deformation. Uh, well, muscle. Give him steroids. You wouldn't believe like how many flights I made and canceled over the past few months. It's been pretty nuts. I got back most of my money, but I kind of wasted a few hundred. Like normally I would be in a different country every three months, but I've been stuck in Malaysia for the past year. I might need some references for like an anorexic person. I sort of want to give him that anorexic look. I don't want to make the limbs uh, too bestial. I want like the limbs to be very like skeletalized. Let's go draw on draw on the spine here. Just put in some detail so I can move that detail around where it needs to go. You can get a lot of work done with the Damien standard brush, which is the brush I'm using now. Yeah, this beast would look badass with scythe forearms. Yeah, maybe. Like, I was thinking about that. Or something like that. I think there's like a suggestion for like hammers, like hammer arms. We'll see what we can do with this. Okay, so back, muscles. I do have to kind of keep track of what I'm doing, otherwise I'm just going to draw random details on the back. I want to keep some form in here, so like if an anatomy artist, anatomy student looked at this, he would like be like, oh, okay, so that's that and that's there. I don't want it to be like a shapeless blob. Let's go use the inflate brush a bit first before I use any more Damien standard. We'll tighten up some of the details here so it's less blobby and you get more of those sharp details. There's a lot of proportioning work and stuff I want to do here, but I want to add in some basic details for the legs first. Like at least define the major muscle groups. Add a little bit of definition so I can get a sense of perspective and scale and proportions. What kind of feet I should have? Well, in general, ankles on all creatures are usually pretty thin, and this is for a reason. It's so that it saves weight. Mostly an issue of like weight and energy. So if you have like thin ankles, you can run faster. So let's go do that first. feel like the lower legs can be a bit longer. What kind of feet? What kind of feet? Let's go figure out how the weight is distributed first. So the shoulders are here, heels are here. Heels need to move back, match the shoulders, and let's go pull out. I like this S shape that has going on. Let's move that forward just a little bit more. Small tweaks here and there. This waist is a bit too skinny. Move the hips. Oh yeah, it's usually good to model the feet pointing toe down. So when it animates, oh wait, I think I had like a mask on or something. Oh, I had like RGB intensities down. So when the ankle pivots up, you still have more UV space here. Just a little trick to get more texture out of a model. So how many run-throughs does Madoc make? You do typically before it's game ready. None, thankfully. I mean, we usually check out the game when there's updates for sure. But I actually haven't played through the sewers yet, and I haven't played. Well, what happened to the arms? I haven't played through the sewers, and I haven't played through the marketplace yet. Okay, I gotta do that. New ZBrush update. ZBrush updates are free, right? Gotta get them. Whoa, wow. Geez, something really weird happened to the arms. Yeah, I gotta get them free updates. I really want to try out the new cloth tool for ZBrush 2021. Yeah, next time I'm working on cloth, I'm gonna use that cloth tool. It should make like cloth objects in Exanima look a lot better. Because I'm really not that good at cloth. I'm rubbish at cloth. It's one of my main weaknesses. Like you go on ArtStation and you see all these amazing portfolios with people who know how to make cloth. Oh well, I'll get better. Can I do double jointed legs, or would that work in engine? I was thinking about doing double jointed legs. I still don't know if that's a good decision here. Is I'm going for kind of like an eldritch creepy pasta look. So I'm kind of going for like a bit more humanoid on the lower half, and extremely bestial on the top. But I might go double joined legs. We'll have to see how that turns out. I gotta one up the fail. I don't know. Fail's pretty hard to one up. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. Oops. I think the abdomen needs to be longer. And like a lot longer actually. Like and the ribs need to be a bit bigger too. In fact, like this whole area needs to be a bit bigger. This whole area right here. Oops. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, there are definitely lower points for this. And yeah, I have to be careful about what I say. Can't give out any lower points. That was kind of creepy looking. Kind of like that actually. Let's heal this up. Okay, I think the upper torso looks good, but the lower torso, I mean, the lower body definitely needs work. So this would, I think, let's get back that beer belly. I like that beer belly. It kind of disappeared through all this sculpting. Let's get that back. And then the booty too. The booty kind of disappeared. And the spine is like way stuck inside the stomach, so let's pull that out. I think I need to make the knees a bit bigger. You'll see in like anorexic people, like their knees are quite big compared to their legs. And that's because there's like more bone there. And the rest of their body is kind of like wasting away. That's sad. A good reference. Same with the elbows. They need to be a bit thicker too. Alright, so we have that and that. Oh, you know what would be good? Like really long toes. Like, we'll just borrow these fingers. Go borrow that. Let's borrow the whole hand. Let's borrow the whole hand. Just like hide that. We'll just rotate the hand and the hand into some really long fingers. And I guess we don't really, well, we can leave the thumb there. That can be like a interesting little appendage. Yes, that's a good question. I was thinking about maybe maybe a bit hunched over. We'll have to see. I'm still trying to work out all these ideas in my head. That's gonna make him really big. I want big, long finger toes. Kind of like a frog, I guess. Goes well with the like the crocodile theme. I don't know how frogs relate with crocodiles, but get the idea. Just imagine scratching your back if you had these toes. It'd be so much easier. Upcoming Spore update. I miss playing Spore actually. I like the cell stage. That's my favorite. Just like zoom around with like a ball of spikes and just poke everything to death. Let's go merge this. Well, actually, let's go bend the thumb in a bit. Into good position here. Okay, that's good enough. Then we'll just merge it. Push it in a bit more because the top of the hand is kind of like the top of the foot there. That in. Alright, let's go merge that. Alright, and I can fill this out with clay tubes. Or clay buildup. I have a custom clay buildup. And no one will know the difference. Yeah, I kind of want to make something that would be nightmare fuel for players who encounter it. Like it'd just be like hunched over looking at you. Like see the torchlight just glisten off of its wet back. I think we need some Damien Standard, almost. Let's go inflate this part a bit more. This part is just a little bit too thin. Not enough muscle. Needs a little bit more muscle here to support this weight. Okay, lower body is starting to come together. Use some Damien Standard and really start bringing this sculpt together. No, this is the hip bone from the front. And see how it kind of just wraps around. And then disappears into the gluteus. Into your glutes. Then you have a hot dog in a bun. There's three large muscles here. I completely forgot the name of them, but they're here. Then you have like a band of muscle. What was that? It's like a.
Like to listen to
Yeah?
old song, right? You know what is this song? A bit, it sounds horrible lah.
It sounds horrible.
You listen right?
Oh, that's that's like a Frank Sinatra song. A Perry.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, that's like no, that's Perry Cosmo.
What? What's the song name?
It's just called. I did. Shoot, what is it called?
Did it my
No, wait.
way. Frank.
I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's called My Way by Frank Sinatra.
My way.
No, that's not my YouTuber Geo. That's my girlfriend's girlfriend.
Girlfriend. That's like. God.
Sorry, I'm streaming.
I did what I
Why? I'm not that old. What the fuck? Would be cool to see a more demonic looking hippo. Yeah, for sure. I'm on it. Generation get my ass. Double jointed legs would be cool. Yeah. Still don't know if I should do double jointed legs. You guys just wait and see. If it still doesn't look good, I'll try doing double jointed legs. But the thing about double jointed legs is if you have that, you have to change the entire posture. Like the entire skeletal structure has to be changed for double jointed legs. Because of just how like the weight is distributed. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna add some detailing here. So I'm thinking like some really big spikes on the shoulders, just like coming outwards. We give it like this monarchical vampire demon lord look. That would be pretty cool. We'll see how this goes. And then it's just gonna like wrap around the back. I'll just keep repeating these spikes. I wonder how many rows of spikes. I guess this is good. We'll add a middle spike right here. You know how things go. I just pull ideas out of my ass. That's why the sewers is such a great place. Make these bigger. I want to give it like this, this very kind of like a mage-like appearance, or like a lich-like. Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good point. It might get cut on door frames. I'll have to see how I can alter that. I mean, so do golems, right? Golems also get caught on door frames all the time. But that level is designed quite... That level's a lot larger. Maybe this can be put in a different level other than the sewers. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I can curl them out a little bit more. But there's gonna be like a webbing. So I want to give it like a squid-like appearance. Let's use the cone, I guess. And let's like take out a section here of the cone. The old cone. I'll flip it around. Flag spike. Slice it that way. Again. Now we'll leave it as a hoop because that detail can continue along. And that could be good. Mirror mesh. How about a double with symmetry on? I want symmetry. Then double that. And now there's like a there's like a membrane or webbing in between all these spikes. Giving him a nice skirt. Upside down skirt. It's fashionable these days. Then this would have to go over the shoulders. Another leg spike. Ah. Oh, you know, I should probably save this. I haven't saved this yet. Definitely go and save it. Yeah, like, even I don't know how this is going to turn out. I didn't actually plan for this membrane here, but I thought it would look good with it. As I continue sculpting, so I just added it. It's not the same with armor though. You can't really do that with armor. You have to really plan things out pretty meticulously. That's why I like taking a break and just doing features. I wonder if we can just like add this instead of around the neck. We can push this onto his head. So like, yeah, there we go. And it blends into his head there. It's kind of like a really deranged hat. Yeah. Let's do that. That looks like it belongs. Well, it still looks kind of wonky. I know it doesn't look great just yet. It doesn't look as good as it could be. It's still pretty wonky, but I'm getting some interesting ideas onto the canvas. So we'll see how it goes. The lower portion of the body really needs work now. Like it really needs work. Also, I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't have teeth there. It should just be like a flat. I don't know, something. Hmm. Does he catch rainwater? If it was really windy, would this do catch it? Yeah, maybe. I think he lives underground where there's no wind. Maybe he catches like cave spiders and they just like dribble into his mouth or something. I'm gonna work on the lower half. I'm gonna stop fiddling with the upper half. The lower half really needs work. But how? How is the question? Okay, I have an idea here. Let's move these legs. Um, oops, autosave. Let's try to think here. Well, I think this does. This needs like a. Let's go do this. We'll go do something like that. Does the engine support subsurface scattering yet? I think it does. Gee, I'm not sure actually. Might have to go ping Madoc with that question. And we'll like give it another set of arms. Because why not? Here. We'll put him here, and then this is where we gotta make the legs go backwards. I think it was a good call to just make the legs backwards. Well, not actually backwards per se, but forwards first, then that. Something like that, I guess. Starting to get into like Akira territory. There's a lot of work to be done to actually make this viable. Just like trying to map out where all the joints would be first. Like that area, and then we'll just dynamesh it. And then since the legs are going backwards, actually we need to move these arms out a little bit more. They're a bit too close. A little bit too close. There we go. Same with these. Little guys. I don't know if these can be animated. I might have to check with Madoc on these. I think these should come out from a different location. Maybe like closer here. And then these. I kind of do like them down there, but I don't know. Experiment. Gotta experiment. And this sort of like mimics the detail on the back, where there's like a fan. Yeah, I do like that. Third set of arms is a bit much. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they don't actually have to be animated, they can just like dangle. Shoot, I don't know if I like the backwards legs. I don't know. Hey, undo all that? Yeah, okay. I just don't know if I like that. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot better. I'm gonna do some stuff. It'll look a lot better in the end. Besides, there's already like a lot of backwards limbed creatures. I think the head doesn't match the body anymore. I think we're gonna have to get rid of the head and then sculpt in something else. Unfortunately. Or we can get rid of, what we can do. We can get rid of the top half, but leave the bottom half. Yeah, I know, the head looks really cool. No. Shoot, how long have I've been like streaming? Let's see, maybe I'll sleep on this one, and I kind of know what I want to do. It's just that it's gonna take a while to get there. Yeah, maybe I'll do some more streaming tomorrow. We'll see how this thing turns out. Yeah, I want to move this. Yeah, the thing is, there's just like a lot of hunchback, double jointed leg stuff in the game already. I want to make something that's like completely different that'll catch a lot of players off guard. Yeah, I think we gotta do something with the head. Either like, let's go do some. Okay, let's go do some T-pose first before I call it a night. Is it possible to actually make this work? Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna do something else with the head. I'm just gonna. I know you guys like the head. I might make another creature like this with the same head. But I'm gonna change things up a bit. It just it's just turned into like a different creature. Um, so we just have to go with the flow. So use the trim brush and then take that out. Where's the base mesh? Here it is. Let's trim this. Let's go fill this with RGB. Oops. Oh, we should probably make a duplicate first. Because I still do want the scale. Then we'll go move this head up here. And around like that. And yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Let's do something a bit different. I don't want like all the monsters to have like massive teeth and massive mouths and stuff. Let's make Exanima a memorable game. So let's like just something here. Is Madoc here? Madoc is here. Hi, Madoc. Let's go smooth that out. Whoa, what happened there? Sometimes that happens, I don't know why. I don't know why, but he swallowed a fly. Another lag spike. Oh well, that's fine. I like where this is going now. Before it was a bit too one-dimensional. This is actually kind of interesting. What groups that? Let's go split all those details up. Oops. Like maybe all these arms are. Oh, they really do have to look together. I make it a bit lighter, it's hard to see. Hey Madoc, is having 3 sets of arms a bit too much? I'm a bit worried that it is a bit too much. Let's go put the. What is this thing called again? It's like a. Not that Iliad crest, right? I want to do something to make the face look a little less human. Let's use the inflate brush. This area is a bit thin too, so it'll sculpt kind of funny if I don't inflate it. I can actually add like I can pose them into like a contorted pose, and then I can add like strips of flesh to tie them to the body, so it looks like yeah, I can do that. So I can look it looks more natural. So I can like I can mask out this part. Yeah, like you never know where a concept goes. Like the initial concept was so was completely different from this, right, guys? Like completely transformed. I wouldn't be able to like draw this in 2D. Like I wouldn't have like thought about it. I can like but yeah, I can like kind of like glue the arms to the body. And then we don't have to animate the arms. This can just be like really cool details. Or maybe I can like glue a few arms and just leave one hanging or something. I don't know. Lag spike. Okay. maybe I have like a CPU conflict between OBS and ZBrush. I think that's why I'm getting lag spikes. Like ZBrush already uses like a lot of CPU, and I'm pretty sure OBS does too. Let's go do some scaling because I think this is pretty tall. Yeah, let's go into well, shoot, let's go turn this into an actual mesh first. Tap the skin, turn off Dynamesh. That. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's go mask this guy, and then we'll make this thing a lot smaller. But still a bit larger than the player, because it looks like it's maybe multiple parts. Let's go put him right there or something. Wait, it's kind of hard to see how tall it looks. Maybe it's a bit too tall still, because I think this height, it's still gonna bonk in the door, so let's gonna make it a little bit smaller. Like so. Then heel to heel, that's kind of where, yeah. We'll make the, well actually wait. That head is smaller than the human head. We gotta fix that. Oh, I gotta go in a bit. My girlfriend's like, when are you done? Give me attention. I gotta go give her attention. Let's go make. We just gotta scale this down somehow. It's a bit too godlike in proportions. Oh, whoops! Taken off with a human. All right, guys. I think I think we have a good plan here. So we'll do the rest of the scaling and the everything else later when we have time. But yeah, I don't like to stop. I don't like to stop when I don't have a good plan. Like I like stopping a sculpt when there's a clear path, like for tomorrow and stuff. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely stream this more later. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Woo! Have a good one.